Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. I'll be sharing with you in this video how to make a very beautiful simple crop top, and trust you're going to enjoy this tutorial. Just take your time and watch to the end. Now this is my fabric folded already. This fabric is folded in 4 pieces. So from the edge here, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see I have 4 pieces, and here you see what I have here joined, then this one is closed. So right now we are going to start. Now I'm going to measure the length and the width of what I have in this on this fabric. Now here I have 21.5. So I have like 21.5. Then here I also have like 21 or 21.5. So right now I'm going to start. So the first thing I'm going to do right here is to come down to, you can see where I place my measuring tape. So I'm going to measure 19.5 inches right here. So I have it here. Sorry, let me move it closer so that you can see. I measure from this edge here, I measure 19.5 inches. Here is it, and I've marked it already. So from this point, I'm going to measure 11 inches inwards. So I have it here. So all I need to do is just to connect this line together. So I connect like this. Okay, can you see? So I just want to make it visible so that you can see it clearly. Can you see the line? 11 inches from this center. So right now, I will go ahead to this other side. So on this other side, I'm going to mark 20 inches. So I mark 20 inches from the center. So I have it there. So from there, I'm going to connect from here straight to this point here. So I connect like I'm doing right now. So I just have to be careful because so that the fabric will not be in disorder. So connect. Can you see? I've connected the lines together. You can see to that point. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, so from here, I'm going to measure from this point here, I'm going to measure 11 inches. So I measure 11 inches. So I come here also, I measure 11 inches. So I will just go ahead and connect this together. So you could also come down by 12 inches, it's still okay. So if you don't want 11 inches, 12 inches and is okay, but I'm using 11 inches right here. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to look for the center from this point here, this line to this line. I'm going to look for the midpoint. Now you can see I have 12 inches, so the midpoint is going to be 6. So from that point, I'm going to come out by 1 inch, and I have it right here. Okay. So also here, from this point down to the base, I'm going to look for the midpoint. Now here I have like 9 inches. So the midpoint will give me something here. So from this point, I'm going to come inward by 1 inch. You know, here I came out by 1 inch. On this side, I came in by 1 inch. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to connect the lines together in a curved manner. Can you see what I'm trying to drive out? So I make it curved at the outer part here. Okay, can you see? Then inside too. So I curve it inwardly to meet that 1 inch in which I came in. Can you see? Inwardly, outwardly. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go back to the neckline. So I will be using 3 inches for the width. I have it right here. Then for the depth, the back depth, I will be using 2 inches. That's for the back depth. So I will just go ahead and create a curve right here. Can you see the curve? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut it out, tracing the shape. So I'm going to cut it out. Okay, can you see? So I will go ahead right now and cut the neckline. So I have the neckline right there. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to take this off. So right now I can now open. So I'm going to open this way. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to come down here by 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me quickly shape it the way I want it. You can see. So can you see the shape? So right now I'm going to open it out so that you can see what I have. So here is my shape. You can see the shape. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut a facing for this neckline. So I'll go ahead right now and cut a facing for this neckline. So this is the fabric I will be using to cut the facing for the neckline. So right now I went ahead to iron the interface to it, and that is why you can see it white like this. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to fold it into 4 pieces. First I fold it like this. After that I refold it again to give me the 4 pieces. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and mark it, the neckline. So from here I'm going to mark 3 inches, that is for the width of the neckline. So I mark 3 inches, sorry. So I will come down here. Here is the depth. I'm going to mark 2 inches. So I will just go ahead and connect together. I'll create a curve rather. Can you see? So right now I'm going to cut it off. So I go ahead and cut it off. Okay. So here is it. After cutting it off, so I'm going to open it like this. So after opening it like this, then I'm going to mark 1.5 inches right here. I mark 1.5 inches here. So I'm going to create that curve effect. Can you see? So right now we go ahead and trace the line and cut it off. So right now having cutting it off, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to refold it again like this. So after refolding it again, so I'm going to determine the width of the facing. So I will be using like 2 inches or 2.5 inches. Let me just use 2.5 inches. So round. So I will just go ahead and use the 2.5 inches round. I'm going to mark it round 2.5 inches. So I will come here also and mark 2.5 inches. So I will just go ahead and connect these lines together. Okay. So having connected the lines together, so I will just open it like this and I place it like this. So I'm going to bang it like this so that the line can be transferred to the other side here. So here is it. So all I need to do is just to connect the lines together like I'm doing right now. Neatly line together. But in this case, I'm going to extend this side like 1 inch. So go ahead to connect it, reconnect it like this again. So right now, I will just cut it off now. So right now, I'm going to open it up, out. So here is the shape. So this is going to be my facing for the neckline. So after this, so I'm going to keep this aside. So right now I'm going to spread this. So I will just go ahead and place it. So here is the facing. So what I'm going to do, right side to right side, I will just go ahead and place it like this. Okay. Then having placed it like this, I'm going to use my pin to hold it, to pin it down. So I will go ahead to pin it down. I proceed. So like this, I'm going to go to pin it down. After pinning it down, the next thing is just to go to the machine and sew it. So I'm going to follow this line. So from the down part here, I'm going to come down by half an inch. So I'm going to come down by half an inch like this. Okay, so I'm going to start from here, then I trace it like this, like 0.5. So I'm going to come back here. So that's the next thing I will be doing right now. Now as you can see right here, I've sealed the neckline round. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to slash it little. So I'll be very careful so that the cutting is not extended to the stitches. So I'm going to carefully do this round the neckline, as you can see me doing right here. So I will continue till I complete it here. So on getting to this part, to this side, so I'm going to notch it. I'm going to slash it straight. Here also I'll be very careful. Slash it like this. Okay, can you see? So like this. After that, after cutting it round, so the next thing I'm going to do is just to, if you feel that this one is too big, is too much, then I can reduce it. So if I feel it's too much, I can just reduce it a bit. Okay, like you can see me doing right here. But if it is not too much, just leave it like that. So after trimming, that is if it is necessary, so the next thing I'm going to do right now is to turn it. So I'm going to fold this like this, then I stitch it here. So I'm going to stitch it here, or you can do it another way around. So just place it like this from the inner side. So I will just stitch just across this stitch line, I'm going to stitch round, okay, round like that. Now as you can see right here, I'm done with stitching it together and everything is ready, and I went ahead to iron it. That is why you can see it very smooth like this. So the next thing is to the edge here is just to fold it 2 times, or another way around, you just fold it and then stitch round the sides. So the next thing I will be doing right now is the tie, which I'm going to seal to the base here. So the back, this is the back. So I will be using the wider one. I have about 4 inches for the width of this. So this is going to be attached to the back side, this end here. So I'm going to attach it here and I seal. So, and before then I will look for the center point. This is the center point. So it's because the fabric is not enough, that is why you can see me join it. So what I'm going to do right now is just to trim these excesses off so that it will look very neat. So after trimming it off, then since it's the center point, the next thing I'm going to do is to look for the center point of this base. So all I will do is just to fold it into 2 equal parts like this. So I will now locate the center point. Okay, once it's being folded like this, it is very easy to locate the center point. So I will just go ahead and notch it a little, or you can use your chalk to mark it. So whichever way is convenient for you. So now that I've got the center point, here is it. So I'm going to match that center point with the center point of my band here. So I'm going to match it like this. Then I sew it to this end. Okay, I sew it here and also sew it here. Now by the time I get to this side, the excess is which is going to be the belt. So I'm going to fold it like this. Okay, once I stitch it to this side like this, then I'm going to fold it like this. Okay, then I continue the stitching. So I'm going to stitch it round and also to the other side. And this is what I will exactly repeat here. But in this case, this front side is I will be using the band whose width is not as bigger or as wider as the second one. So in this case, I will be using like 1.5 inches is okay. You can see it. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to locate the center point, and because of the fabric is not enough, and that is why I went ahead to join it like I did to the second belt. So the next thing I will be doing right now, this obviously is my center point. All I will do to this one is just to do likewise. I'm going to fold it into 2 equal parts like this, so that it will be easy for me to locate the center point here. So I will just go ahead and notch just a little. So I will notch it like this. So I will notch it. Now I can now go ahead and place it just right at the center point to center point, and it must be right side to right side like this. Okay, here is it. So I will stitch it to my right hand side, and also stitch it to my left hand side. By the time I'm done I've stitched it to that end here. So the next thing I will be doing is just to fold the excesses, which is the belt. So I'm going to fold it like this. Can you see the way I'm doing it? Then I fold it like this, then I run the stitch across the base. So that is just the remaining thing, or the what I'm left to do right now. So after that, I will be right back. All right, so far so good. I've come to the conclusion of this tutorial. Now I'm done with the belt. All I need to do right now is just to iron it, and everything is okay. Here is the tiny one, okay, and here is the bigger one, the wider one belt. So this is going to be tied to the front. Okay, it's going to be like this. Remember, this is the front. This is going after I've tied this to the back. After I've tied this to the back, so I will go ahead and tie this to the front. Then everything is ready. I really want to appreciate you for taking your time to watch this tutorial, this video. Thank you very much. If you are here to subscribe this channel, kindly do that now. Click on the subscribe button for more, and you put on your notification bell. So, and you make sure that your notification bell is always on for more, so that you can get access for more updates. Thank you very much. So if you have any question regarding this tutorial, feel free to drop your question in the comment section. Okay, you can feel free also to share this video out. Thank you very much. So till I come your way again, thanks for watching.